Hi everyone. In our previous session, we have gone through some problems on design of beams by working stress method. In that problem, we came to know how to calculate the area of steel, stresses in concrete and stresses in steel. So in this session, we are going to discuss how to design a singly reinforced beam by working stress method. The question of the problem is design a reinforced rectangular concrete beam simply supported on masonry walls 300 mm thickness and 6 meter apart, that is center to center, to support a distributed live load of 10 kN per meter and dead load of 5 kN per meter in addition to the self weight. The grade of concrete is given as M20 and grade of concrete is M20, grade of steel is Fe 4 and 5. So this question can be diagrammatically represented as there will be a beam which is supported on two wall of thickness 300 mm. The span of the beam is 6 meter center to the support. It's carry 10 kilonewton per meter of UDL load plus dead weight of 5 kilonewton per meter including the self weight of the beam. The grade of concrete is given as M20 and the grade of steel is 4 and 5. So these are the given datas. Our first step in the design is calculation of permissible stresses. As we know earlier how to calculate the permissible stresses, the value of sigma CBC and the value of sigma ST can be calculated from the table 21 and 22 of IS 456 2000. So from table number 21, the value of sigma CBC for M20 grade of concrete is 7 Newton per mm square and the value of sigma ST for Fe 4 and 5 grade of steel is 230 Newton per mm square. So after calculating the sigma CBC and sigma ST from IS 456 2000, we have to calculate the value of K, J, Q and M. So M is nothing but the modular ratio. M is equal to 280 divided by 3 into sigma CBC. The value of sigma CBC is 7. By substituting the value we get 13.33. The value of K can be found out from the formula 1 divided by 1 plus sigma ST divided by M into sigma CBC. So 1 divided by 1 plus 230 divided by M value is 13.33 into 7. We get 0.289. After calculating K, the value of J can be found out from the formula 1 minus K by 3, which is equal to 1 minus 0.289 divided by 3, which is equal to 0.914. The value of Q can be found out from the formula Q is equal to sigma CBC divided by 2 into K into J. Sigma CBC is equal to 7 divided by 2. The value of K is 0.289. The value of J is 0.914. Substituting this value, we get the value of Q as 0.91. This one will be the first step. And our second step is we have to finalize the cross section of the beam. So as in the question, the given beam is a rectangular beam is a rectangular beam. Here I am going to assume the breadth value as 300 mm as equal to the thickness of the masonry wall. And my second step is I am going to calculate the depth of the beam. So to calculate the depth, I am using the formula effective depth small d is equal to span divided by 10. In our question, they have given a span value as 6 meter. Here I am using the values are in millimeter, so that I am converting that 6 meter into millimeter. So 6 meter can be written as 6000 millimeter, that is 1 meter is equal to 1000 mm. So 6000 mm divided by 10, finally I get the value of effective depth as 600 mm. Here I am using the cover value as 50 mm, 50, so that the overall depth capital D would be 600 plus 50 is equal to 650 mm. So here the overall depth will be from top to bottom, which can be written as capital D. But here we have calculated the effective depth, which would be from the top surface of the concrete to the place where we are going to place the bottom reinforcement. So the effective depth small d would be 600. And I am assuming the remaining cover value d dash. The cover value is taken as d dash as 50 mm. So the overall depth would be 600 plus 50, which is equal to 650 mm, 650 mm. And our third step is calculation of effective span. Effective span calculation has a two condition. First condition is center to the support, and the second condition is clear span plus effective depth. From these two conditions, we are going to find out the which one will be the least value, and that would be taken as a effective span. Our first condition is center to the support. So in our question, they have given a center to center distance as 6 meter. Therefore, our first condition is center to center between the support, which is will be equal to 6 meter. Our first condition is solved. And our second condition is clear span plus effective depth. So the clear span value will be inner to inner distance of the masonry wall. This would be a clear span. The clear span will be inner to inner distance between the two walls. So the clear span distance would be center to center distance minus thickness of the wall. So half the thickness of the wall from the left side and half the thickness of the wall from the right side. So the center to center distance is 6 meter minus the wall thickness on the left side is 300 mm. So here the values are in meter, so that the 300 mm will be 0.3 meter divided by 2 minus thickness of the wall on right side 0.3 divided by 2. So 0.3 divided by 2 will be 0.15. 6 minus 0.15 minus 0.15. So totally 0.3. 6 minus 0.3 will be 5.7 meter. So the clear span will be 5.7 meter plus the effective depth value is 0.6. 5.7 plus 0.6 will be 6.3. So 6 minus 0.3 plus 0.6 we get 5.7 plus 0.6 will be 6.3. As I told earlier, we have to take the least value. So the center to center distance between 6 meter, and the second condition is clear span plus effective depth, which is equal to 6.3 meter. From the above two conditions, the least value is 6 meter. Therefore, our effective span is 6 meter. This is our third step. And our fourth step is calculation of load value. We have finalized the cross section of the beam as 0.3 meter, that is 300 mm breadth, and 0.65, that is 650 mm overall depth. So the self weight calculations will be B into D into unit weight of concrete is 25 kilonewton per meter cube. So 0.3 into 0.65 into 25, which is equal to 4.875 kilonewton per meter. And from the question, the given dead load is 5 kilonewton per meter, given live load is 10 kilonewton per meter. Here I am assuming the floor finishes would be 0.125 kilonewton per meter. Adding this all those values, we get the total load as 20 kilonewton per meter. And our next step is calculation of bending moment. In our lower semester, we have designed a simply supported beam, and I have calculated the moment, shear at 1/4 distance, mid span, 3/4 distance, etc. This would be a formula for a simply supported beam where the moment is maximum at center. So M is equal to W L squared by 8, which is equal to the value of W will be 20 and the value of L would be 6 meter, which is calculated from effective span 6 squared divided by 8, we get 90 kilonewton meter. And the shear force formula for the simply supported beam which is carrying UDL is WL by 2, which is equal to 30 is the load, and L is, and the distance of L is 6 divided by 2, which is equal to 60 kilonewton. And we have to check for the depth whether the provided depth is adequate or not. So that we have using the formula D is equal to root of M divided by Q into B, which is equal to the value of M is 90 kilonewton meter. Here the values are in millimeter, so that we are converting this kilonewton meter to Newton mm.